According to my mom, I practically came out of the womb singing. So as a tiny child, an infant, and in church, because it was a big part of our lives, I would kind of make noise in pitch with the hymns, the melody. I would just sing along. Of course, I couldn't talk at that point, but so it was just a part of me. And then when I was 5 years old, I was begging my parents to that I could take piano because my brother who was 6 years older, was taking piano, and so I used to go in and start playing what he would play, but by ear. And so that's how I started taking piano then. So I started as a pianist, but so it was just kind of me. It was what God designed me to do. So that would be how that started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to sing for you today is a jazz standard. The name of it is My Funny Valentine. And pardon me, I'm a little under the weather, so but it kind of ties in with what I'm trying to tell you. I'm singing 3 different songs today, and they're very different in how they're produced as far as vocally. And I'm not going to do anything classical today because I am a little under the weather. But the thing about it is that when you learn your instrument, whether you're a pianist or a guitarist or a singer, you learn the technique, and the technique's the same. And that's what carries you through times when you're not feeling well. And also it enables you to have freedom to do things. So if I'm playing lead guitar in an acid rock band, basically the technique that I would learn playing classical guitar would apply. And so that's something, some people will say singing is, oh, they use this technique for singing theater, they use this technique for singing whatever else, an opera or whatever. But the basic thing's the same. And that's what you have to do to if you want to be in music, master the technique of whatever you do, or whatever you play. All right. Funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable, yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Don't change a hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. I'd like to introduce you to my band and the sax, trumpet solo. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? arrange a hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, oh, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Thank you. Next question.
Thank you so much for being here. What do you like most about music?
Oh my gosh, what do I like most about music? Music is a really cool thing because it connects our emotions, our feelings, also to our intellect, the things that we think. And that's one of the things I like the best about singing. As an instrumentalist, you're limited to what you can communicate. You can communicate emotion, but it's generalized. When you sing or when you use lyrics, then you're able to tell a story. And that's why, like in Funny Valentine, you know, you're actually asking, well, do you have a great figure? Well, not so much. When you open your mouth, you sound really smart? Not so much, but you're my favorite. And so it's another level. And being able to connect those two and be able to move people along is one of the coolest things about music. When you're actually singing or playing and you can see that people are involved. And that's one of the cool things. It gives them a moment out of their regular life. The second song is Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, which I was so blessed to be able to do. And a little under the weather today, so we're hoping that it's going to be all right. But it's back to technique. Okay, so and I'm going to use the same technique that I was using for the jazz, which is a very different kind of singing. And so how many of you guys have ever seen Phantom of the Opera? Anybody? Yeah, other than the movie. Seen it live, because the movie was very different. Cool. All right. It was a fun thing. Any questions about Phantom very quickly before I sing it? Anything? Okay. All right, we'll do that. Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation. Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn your thoughts away from cold, unfeeling light, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the world you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness which you know you cannot fight. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you belong to me. Floating, falling, sweet intoxication. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. You alone can make my song take flight. Help me make the music of the night.
It has been such an honor today to hear your music. What advice do you have for students interested in music?
Okay. Learn your technique. That's a big one. Yeah. Really work. Do the time in the practice room, playing your scales, learning, if you're singing, learning exactly how to breathe properly and use your breath. I didn't take the time to do a graduate degree in music. I just did my bachelor's and I started working. If I could do it over again, I would have done my master's then. Because if at some point you don't perform anymore, you start teaching. And like on the college level, you have to have at least a master's to teach, most everywhere. So I know that's like way down the road for you guys, but there you go. Last song, and this was Micah's request, was Bring Him Home from Les Mis. You guys all know that one. Do you guys know the story? Do you know what's happening when he sings Bring Him Home? Okay, I'll give you a quick fill-in, just so you know. Valjean is, Marius is they're in a battle. They're sleeping between battles, and Marius is asleep here, and Marius is in love with Valjean's. It's not really his daughter, but it's like his daughter, and he's just saying a prayer like all of us do when anybody we know goes off to war and they're serving and deployed in Afghanistan or wherever, that God will bring them home safely. So that's what this is. Sorry about that.
No.
God on high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the son I might have known. If God had granted me a son, the summers I, one by one, how soon they fly on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give, let him be, let him live. And if I die, let me die, let him live. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. Oh, very nice.